2024 has brought us some of the most insane, craziest watches that we've ever seen. And in today's video, we're gonna be going over the top 10 most expensive watches of 2024 so far. And make sure to stay to the end because today we're gonna be going over a watch that costs over $5 million. Starting off very strong, we're gonna be looking at a Patek Philippe 5160. This one's gonna have a hefty price tag of $202,000. Now mind you, this list is gonna get progressively larger as we go. So that's the kind of watches that we're looking at today. And you know, someone like Patek, I was almost assuming that they were for sure gonna be on here. This case size is gonna be 38 millimeters. So a little bit on the smaller side. It was actually made to represent one of the old pocket watches that is in the Patek Museum currently right now. All of these engravings and all of these designs and calligraphy on this is hand done, just to give you guys a little bit of like an idea of how meticulous and just how attention to detail that Patek is. It's full 18 karat rose gold. This isn't something that just anyone can do. This is something where you have to be the best at your craft. And with Patek, they're nothing short of one of the best, if not the best in some people's opinion, but it's an amazing watch. And then on this beautiful red leather strap, this all comes together. The dial, absolutely stunning. What more can I say? This is an amazing watch. Coming up next, we're gonna have something very, very different. This is nothing short of Barbie throwing up because it is a Avant-Garde hue. But what's different about this watch is that we see iced out watches all the time. You see whether it's factory, whether it's custom, but we all know the real ballers buy factory. So this is full factory, pave, pink sapphires covered in this watch. I think Ryan Reynolds probably should have wore this to the Barbie premiere because this would have been the perfect watch for him. $250,000. is going to be the price tag that gets you this amazing watch. This is part of Avant-Garde's iced out collection at their New York retailer. You're mainly paying for the presentation of the watch, the movement and everything. It's very standard. I don't even think there's a date on here. No, there's not. So it's just going to be the time. But again, a super cool watch. This is something where if you want to get the attention, you want to pop out of the club or do whatever you got to do, be at a Barbie premiere, this is the watch that you're going to want right here. Moving up the list, we're right back to Patek. This is going to be the Patek Philippe 5520 Alarm Travel Time. This is going to be a dual time watch. Going to look more of like, again, a pilot watch, very inspired by that. Full 18 karat rose gold casing on this one. Beautiful sunburst dial on it. And actually with the pushers on this, a lot of watch manufacturers will end up making this in stainless steel when it comes to those little pushers. And this is actually all white gold. It kind of gives it a two-tone look. And if we're talking price, it's going to be $259,000. This is a subtle watch. It doesn't look too in your face, and you would never think that something like this would have such a high price tag. Honestly, I was waiting for these guys to show up on this list because I know that they get a lot of heat, but they do like to put out some really cool stuff. So next up on this list is actually going to be the Hublot MP10 Tourbillon, price tag of $275,000. Looking at this watch, it's a very avant-garde, very type of watch, right? It took, I believe, 5 years of R&D for them to even like come up with this, and it was displayed at the LVMH Watch Week earlier this year. It looks like something out of like Ben 10, and for a price tag of $275,000, if I push a button, something better happens. So don't blame them. It is a tourbillon, 592 components total. I will say this, I joke a lot about it, but it's an amazing watch, and there is a lot of watch craftsmanship that goes into this, so I like it. Next up is going to be the Breguet double tourbillon Quai de l'Orage. It's close enough. I think it's close enough. And for $734,000, I think that they can name it whatever the heck they want. So kudos to you guys, Breguet. Reference number is going to be 5345BR. This is going to be, again, a double tourbillon. Guys, I told you before, minute repeater and tourbillon is two of the most complicated movements that a watchmaker can make. Breguet invented the tourbillon. So this watch was actually an anniversary because in 1801, of June 24th, I believe, is when Breguet invented the tourbillon. So to honor that, they put not one, but two of them in a beautiful rose gold case with a rhodium dial and exposed work with it as well. This is watchmaking. Absolutely stunning. I can go on and on. I believe it's some 740 components are in this tiny little watch. It's a 46 millimeter with 740 components. This is one of the first ones that we've seen so far, at least, that I think for the money, it makes sense for what's being put into it. This is art on your wrist, functioning art at that.
Really quick, how much is the watch?
$734,000.
And how many pieces are in there?
740.
So almost $1,000 every piece.
Yeah, some expensive pieces.
Yeah.
So bringing it right back to the same watch, essentially, the Breguet Classic Double Tourbillon, but this is going to be the Dragon in platinum, reference number 5345, and it has a beautiful special price tag just because the other Double Tourbillon wasn't expensive enough, $853,000. $20,000. And the only thing that's different on this one is that they added a 18 karat gold handcrafted dragon that coils around both tourbillons. Earlier we talked about that Audemars Co. Pink Sapphire, I believe it was, the Barbie watch, yes. But this is where Chopard steps it up even more. This is gonna be the Chopard Alpine Eagle 41 millimeter. This is gonna have 29.02 carats of natural emerald cut diamonds set throughout the entire watch. I don't think people understand how many 29 carats, like that is a lot of diamonds. Fully iced out, and this has a beautiful price tag of our first 7-figure watch of today. $1 million is gonna be the price tag for this watch. And you know, outside of the fact of the presentation, just like the other one, it's not much in terms of like watch making internally for your movement or anything. This is more of a presentation type of thing. If you want that flashiness, pick one of these up. I like it. All right, and next up, another brand I was waiting. I knew it was gonna be high on this list. I didn't know it was gonna be this high. Richard Mille, RM 2705 Flying Tourbillon, Rafa Nadal. $1.15 million. This is a watch that was made for a longtime friend, Rafa Nadal. Great tennis player, one of the greatest, if that. This watch, it weighs 11.5 grams and can withstand 14,000 G-force, which makes it the most functioning and strongest tourbillon ever produced. To make something that beautiful, that strong, and out of something that no other watchmaker is gonna use material-wise, this is why they can charge $1.5 million for this watch. I'm gonna get Danny to go buy one, and then just so I can wear it and I can show you guys. These are gonna be our last two top dogs of 2024 most expensive watches thus far. And in second place, running up, is gonna be the AP Royal Oak Self-Winding 41 millimeter, but this is one of two things. One, it's $1.45 million. We're gonna just breeze over that. We'll get back to that in a second. And two, this is a fully gemstone factory iced out watch, but this is not normal. They are icing it out in blue in a camo style. So meaning that they're mixing 44.32 carats of sapphires, quartz, and what looks to be topaz all throughout the watch to get different gradients within that. Guys, hand picking stones, I know this simply because being Happy Jewelers, we don't just do watches, we do all types of jewelry and custom things as well. Watching these jewelers hand pick these stones and they're trained eye seeing the difference and how hard that is, it's insane. For them to do this and put it in a production line on this 18 karat white gold watch, it's nothing short of absolutely amazing. If you take a closer look, it's even on the crown. The crown has these gemstones on it. I want to see this in person. It's on white gold as well, which just gives it that more luxury material feel, a lot more weight to it for sure if you've ever had a white gold watch versus a stainless steel watch. And for $1.45 million, I do think that this is worth it because at the end of the day, you will never see something like this. And on top of that, if you do, I can almost guarantee you on other watches, it's not gonna be factory. This is straight from them. Their designers are really on top of it right now. And 1.45 is gonna be the price tag that it takes. All right, so number one spot. We've seen all these brands. We've seen AP, Patek, RM, and even on the second spot, that was $1.45 million. Number one spot comes in at a whopping $5 million. And it's no surprise, going 3 for 3, Jacob & Co. It's gonna be the Jacob & Co. Billionaire 3 set in full rubies. It's gonna be a total of 147 carats. This watch is insane. It's a walking gemstone bracelet. Actually, Usher wore this at the Met Gala this year. This watch is so much more intense, even in the photos as well. The photo on here, it's kind of like a product photo, so you can't really see too much, but even the photo that we're gonna be showing you, much more vibrant. This is something, a head turner. It's literally the billionaire watch for a reason. Only a billionaire is gonna be spending $5 million on this watch. And do I think it's worth it? I don't know. Maybe you let me know in the comments, what do you think about a watch having a $5 million price tag? That's the number one watch of 2024, $5 million. Ruby, Jacob & Co. Billionaire 3. Do you guys think someone else is gonna knock them out? I think RM could probably put something together. So that's gonna be today's video, guys. Those are the top 10 watches, most expensive of 2024 so far. Let us know in the comments, do you think that these watches are worth the money? Would you spend this type of money? Thank you for watching, and as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know in the comments what you guys want to see next, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.